we've had a court hearing to determine whether we're to grant bail, basically, and I've been granted conditional bail to not associate with Dr. Larch Maxey and not go within 100 metres of any HS2 compound or 1 Eversholt Street. However, Larch hasn't been granted bail, he's on remand in prison.
How long is Larch going to be on remand for?
We believe until June the 7th.
And what happens on June 7th?
We have a trial at the Crown Court. Yes.
Or your actions are at the HS2 building?
Yes.
How do you feel about being in prison for the last, or in jail for the last weekend? What have you thought about being in there?
I realised how privileged I was to have water on access and to have food and to have healthcare, which a lot of people don't have, and a lot of people are going to lose. Really, we're in the West. We're privileged having those things, even in a box.
What do you want to do in the future?
I've no idea, to be honest. I've never had any idea, but I want a future with air I can breathe. I want a future in a world where 4.2 million people don't die every year because of air pollution, according to the World Health Organization. So that's what I want from my future.
Being in there over the weekend, do you feel more determined to continue to participate in, direct action?
Who knows? It's got to be done. It's not something I want to do in my life, but it's like that's where the science is, that's where the social science is, and what needs to happen to bring about change.
Did you see Larch at all over the last couple of days?
So I saw him in the bus that brought us here. He was in good spirits. I saw him in court, obviously. I saw him after he'd had bail denied. He's fucking tough about that, really. He wasn't wearing it, so to speak.
Anything that he said that was really memorable or inspirational to you when you guys were together?
Well, I couldn't hear him in terms of when we had our last communication, but he's giving a thumbs up after he's just been denied bail, and that shows a different level of strength and commitment than you see from people walking around.
How do you feel about Larch, being put on remand for this action? People went in there for a month, maybe 2 months, maybe 6 months,
maybe 4 years.
How does that make you feel?
It's innocent until proven guilty. Really, that's not happened here. No, he hasn't been convicted of anything over the last however long. That's it's not serving justice for conscientious protection.
Who do you feel the real criminals are in this situation?
It's HS2, it's the British government, it's the 100 corporations responsible for 71% of carbon emissions, who are causing ecocide and causing death from it. That's crime. The criminal damage is what happened to Euston Square Gardens however many months ago. They're the people who need trials, and at the end of the day, they're going to get trials, whether not from this generation, but from the one after it.